Ready? All right, cool. What's going on, guys? Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode here at Grizzly Talk Podcast. I'm your co-host at Mike on the mic. Got here with us today
David Albert's F.
and special guest, man, Gianni Garcia in the building, man.
What
What's
up,
going
y'all?
on, man?
Chilling, chilling. I'm glad to be here with y'all. Honestly, it's pretty cool. This shit's look cool as fuck. I was just on a podcast. Oh yeah, I told you. I was just on a podcast the other day. We was just chilling,
Just
asking.
show, what podcast is that called?
I think it was live. It was live something. It
Live
was called
something.
lives. It's live something. But we was on there and we was just chopping it up. And he was just like, he didn't even know who I was. He just asked me to go on there. I was just walking by. He's like, "Hey, bro, hop on my podcast." I was like, "I'm down." And he's all like, "Yeah." It was just the most random as shit. And I was just like, I was like, "Okay, cool, I'm down." And then like we were just sitting there and we were like drinking a little bit before,
Mhm.
and we were just like smoking or whatever. And then we was just chilling. And he was all like, "So what do you do?" And I was like, "Well, I do MMA." And he was like, "What?" He's like, "Oh shit!" Like hella, like he's like, "Wait, so you be fighting niggas?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I be fighting niggas." And like it was just, it went on from there, and it was pretty cool. It was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
chill. Yeah.
Well, introduce yourself, bro, to the Grizzly Talk folks.
Which camera is he again?
This one right here.
This
That's
one right
the
there.
main.
Okay.
That's the main one, and
Yeah.
then that one right there is gonna be so we could post reels. So
Yeah.
that'll be like a
Oh, okay.
personal camera for you, and then
Okay.
that
Hell
one's
yeah.
getting the angle.
All right. Well, yeah. I'm Gianni Garcia. I'm a mixed martial artist from Fresno. I've had 6 fights, 3 knockouts, and 3 losses by submission. But currently right now train at Halo Jiu Jitsu, where I also train with other MMA fighters and other professional fighters and stuff like that. And we just we be getting it in.
Man, how long you been fighting for?
Um, I didn't, it's crazy, but I never really took it that serious. Like, I just did it because it was fun. Like, I was just like, we don't even get paid to do this shit. So it was on and off for about like 3 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know my boy Austin Luke.
Austin?
Austin
I
Luke.
don't think so. Is it what, he got the 519 belt?
Nah, he used to fight, or well, I'm not too sure if he's coming out with any more fights right now,
Yeah.
but yeah, he was doing the 559. He did Combat the Americas. I think he's been like on UFC Pass.
Oh, shit, for real? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, he sounds a little
Austin Liu,
familiar.
he goes by like the Dynasty.
Nah,
But
I don't think.
I know he's trained at Halo and stuff
Uh-huh.
like that
Oh,
too.
for real?
But
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah, I don't know what his main gym is, but I know he fought out of, I think he had trained in the Bay. He went to college at San Jose,
Yeah.
and then he was actually on our podcast too. So
Oh, shit. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
cool.
But whenever like people talk about fighting,
Yeah.
like everything I know is because
Yeah.
of
Because
him,
of
and then
Austin.
I've
That's lit.
actually trained a little bit of jujitsu myself.
Yeah, bro. Jiu-jitsu's fun. I
Yeah,
love jiu-jitsu. I wish I would have did that more in the beginning of my MMA career because like that's what it sometimes will come down to. Like, you'd be squabbling, you could beat this dude up bad, and then next thing you know, you're out of breath and it's his turn, and he's just
and then he
grabbing.
grabs you.
Yeah, and that's just what my experience was like in the cage and shit. But yeah. But
Well,
no, I never heard of him though.
yeah, it's crazy. It's kind of a little bit of a embarrassing story, but when I first started, like I used to wrestle
Mm.
back in high school, and I went to go train jujitsu for the first time.
Mm.
Bro, first day, like this like 100-pound girl, bro, just freaking strangles the shit out of me, bro.
Yeah.
And like we
Bro.
went like a 5 minute round. I remember she tapped me like 3 or 4 times, and I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit, yeah,
That's how it be, bro, for real.
yeah,
It really be like that too, and that's what I'm dealing with right now. Like,
yeah.
I'm a blue belt in jujitsu, but I've been doing jujitsu for a while, and whatchamacallit, I be training over there, bro. This is a 17-year-old kid, bro. He's a blue belt. He just goes around tapping out all these grown ass men, like shit like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like he's a tall
Cardio's
kid too,
probably crazy.
bro. Cardio is ridiculous, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's like you'll just be like, what the fuck? Like that's a kid? Like that's this nigga's 17. He's over here tapping out like a grown ass man. Like, like he's over here like putting in work. And it's just like that's what jujitsu is about. A lot of those guys that you see up there, they put in work. And like their cardio is just like ridiculous. Like, yeah.
But
But
there's a high level of like mental toughness in that as well.
yeah,
Because
definitely.
bro, like I trained for maybe like 9 months to a year, at least like consistently. Like
Yeah.
I was going
That
three,
that's
four
actually pretty
times a
good.
week, you
That's
know?
actually pretty good though.
I
For
only
a year.
I got one stripe, and I was like
Okay.
I felt like I was a
Oh, so
shit.
you're a
No.
white belt, huh?
Yeah, I'm a white belt. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a
we
white. I
respect
got
that.
one. Hey,
We
one
respect
stripe,
our
one
white
stripe.
belts.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
playing. But I had to fight for that thing too.
Yeah.
But bro, like my elbows would always hurt. My knees are always hurting.
Ears
Like even
burn.
now, bro. Yeah, I
Yeah.
never had too much bad with my ears, which
Well,
is
I did. I had to stick a needle in this one, bro, because
oh
like to
man
get
to
out
drain it.
to drain it. That shit hurts, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Burns. Like you could feel it beforehand too. Like you'll be wrestling for like a week, 2 weeks straight, whatever, like grinding, and you'll feel like after for like 3 days, you'll feel like your ears just like on fire, and it's just like ah, it's a
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
feeling.
I feel like I always kind of took care of them, but yeah, sometimes you just get a freaking knee
Mm,
or something come in,
yeah, or
and
a kick, anything. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, definitely. So,
yeah.
what's the fighting been like for you? How did you get into it? How did you get started in that? Like, were you
Well,
a kid or?
no, I wasn't really a kid. I've always been to fighting. I've always been fighting, whether it was at school, on the streets, whatever, like whatever it was. You know what I mean? This is how, like, that's how my experience in Fresno was. You know what I mean?
Where'd you go to school?
I went to school at Jane Addams.
Jane Addams.
That's out there in Tower. There was a lot of shit going on over there, bro. Badass kids and shit. You know, you're getting in the fights and shit or whatever. But then I went to not prison, but I went to CYA when I was 16. And I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's a prison for kids, for youth and stuff like that. So when you have violent crimes, you go straight to there. And that's all it was just fighting. You
Was
know what
just
I mean?
fighting.
For like 3 years of my life, that's all I knew. It was just fighting, fighting. Every day you wake up, you fight. You know what I'm saying? You fight for this, you fight for that. And it's just like, it's like almost your second nature after a while. So when you get out and that's what your mind is just based upon, like just like fighting, you know, that's just like, I don't know, you just end up wanting to do other things like, MMA or stuff like that. That's most MMA fighters like they don't just grow up fighting most of the well yeah they grow up fighting but like they mostly like how can I explain it, it's just like their backgrounds, if it makes sense, like their backgrounds are always like usually violent, like crimes or something like that, and like they have like other ways to use it as an MMA, and like that's when you get people like that show you like, oh, you don't have to like do stupid shit no more, you just come do MMA, take your anger out on that or whatever.
Yeah,
But that's how I started, honestly.
How old are you?
How old am I now?
Yeah,
23.
23.
23.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're a bit older. You
I
probably you don't know any of the people I know then, because I know a couple of my friends went to Jane Addams, right?
Yeah.
And then I also went to Juvie. So
Oh, for real?
so
Yeah.
uh,
33 East American Avenue. Yeah.
man,
It's the
did
juvenile.
did you have to deal with fighting when you were growing up?
with body shots, not. I mean, I
Oh, yeah.
probably got
Body shots.
into.
We remember those too in
You
the
got them
bathrooms.
in the bathroom.
No, high school.
We
Yeah.
used
Or
to.
at PE?
Yeah.
I went to Wawona, and right there we would all walk down the street to well, not down the street, but we used to walk to the park, and we would play football with like some grown ass men, and us were like 11, 12 years old, and we're beating them. They used to get mad at us, so they would want to fight us, and we would fight like every fucking day that we were out there. So if it wasn't like fight, we were body shotting. If it wasn't that, we were wrestling. Like anyway, like we were being physical. Like it was always there. So
Man, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I didn't go to juvie, but I was body
It wasn't
shotting
that
out
bad
there.
in
Yeah.
juvie. It was just boring. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm glad I went to juvie because I
Well,
needed that shit. I was a badass. Like, I was a, yeah.
you think that changed your perspective to like make differences?
Yeah, because when I got locked up, like, I got locked up for some serious ass shit. Like, I got locked up with a gun, a few guns. I got 211s. If you
This
guys
is
know
when
what
you were
two,
16?
so when I was 16. So if you guys don't know what a 211 is, it's a strong arm robbery. So I was robbing liquor stores around Fresno. And then I got caught with gang enhancement. So when I got caught, and those lottery tickets, we were stealing those too. And that's how they caught us. Caught us stealing lottery tickets. And then, like, we would cash them in, boom, boom, boom. They get license plates of the car that we were in. They'd use it. They'd tag it to our address. And then, boom, magic was just on us one morning. I was over here sleeping, hella drunk. And I wake up, I hear Gianni Garcia, please step out of the apartment. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the, like,
What?
that shit was crazy. And it was like, that was my first time going to jail or dealing with police like that. You know what I mean? I was 16. But I was also chilling with stupid ass niggas, bro. Like, I was like, we were like, they just grown ass men who just rob people all the day and, like, just did stupid shit. And I just fell into it, you know what I mean? But that's how it was. Growing up in Fresno, that's how it is, you know what I mean? That's how it was.
Yeah.
But long story short, yeah, I had got locked up and did that little time. I got blessed with that time. 3 years
How
was the
long? You
shit.
said 3 years you were
Well,
in?
it wasn't 3 years. It was 2 years. It was almost 3 years.
It was almost three
Yeah, it
years.
was almost 3 years. It was like 2 years and like 6 months.
And you said it's just boring inside like
Yeah, it
the
was
youth
just
facility or like
yeah, it was
what's
just
like
boring. It was boring as fuck. Like the facility, I was in J pod. So when I got transferred, I was I'm not when I got transferred. I was in J pod. So I sat in J pod, and it's at the JJC. It's called forgot what it's called, something JJC. That's how I remember it. It was JJC. It was on 33 East American Avenue. That was the juvenile in Fresno that you'll go to if you're a youth. So you go over there, and they got different little pods or whatever for younger kids. And then the highest security pod was J pod. And I remember I was sitting in booking, bro. I was like, what the fuck? And they're all like, hey, bro, you're gonna go to J pod. And then I remember my homeboy, he's been locked up like hella times, and this nigga was like 15. So he was like, "Fuck." He's like, "Damn, bro, we going to J Pod." And I was like, "What the fuck is J Pod?" I'm like, what's going on in J Pod? Why are we going over there? He's like, "Oh, bro, that's it's a high security pod." He said, like, all the killers go over there and da 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 da. And it wasn't even like that, bro. Like, it really wasn't. Like, you went in there, like, there was niggas in there that like kill people. You know what I mean? Though I met a nigga in there. He killed his like his mom or some shit, or like his aunt or whatever.
What the
Bro, there was some
fuck?
crazy ass
And are they
niggas over
like
there.
whack?
Hell yeah, and we like some of those niggas like they'd come in and we just beat on them because they're just like you'd have some weird ass crimes. Like, why are you over here like doing shit like that? You know what I mean? And then you come into our part, it was just different. But when I had went in there, it was like a situation, bro. Like, people just like fighting. It wasn't really like on no shit. Like, everybody just fought. You know what I mean? You fought over stupid shit. You could fight over Snicker bars, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just dumb shit. Like, you know what I mean?
What the
But there were just a bunch of kids, bro. And then we wear purple shirts, little gray slacks or whatever. And that was just my life for almost a year. For a year before I got sentenced, and then I did another like year and a half. And then yeah,
man, that's crazy. And
Crazy.
what's it like from going in there, getting out, like,
the
two and a
transition.
half years?
It
That's
was
like
yeah, that
a
was a big
long.
gap. Yeah, so basically my whole
And you're 18
teenage.
at this time now, so
Yeah. Oh, now I'm 23. I'm 23
no,
now.
no. Then like when you
When you
Oh,
got
I
got
got
out.
out when I
went
was
in
I
and
got out
no,
when I
no.
was 19.
Oh
I got out when I
shit.
was
Okay.
19. But it was different, bro. It was weird. Like, it was like, I don't know, like, you be like, damn, like, not like that you're in a dream or nothing, but like you kind of like have those thoughts. You're like, damn, is this real? Like, you know what I mean? But like, it's not like you're questioning it too much, but you're just like, And then that, like, the whole transition from eating like that and shitty ass food that was up in
Is it
there,
really shitty? Like,
bro.
what's
That
a
shit's
meal like there,
nasty,
bro?
bro. Oh my, it's not even a meal.
Yeah.
It's not even like it's gross. Like,
You
it's
were
just
eating some
like,
meatloaf or what?
bro, the meatloaf wasn't even meatloaf. It was like, I don't even know what the fuck it was, bro. It was like fake ass, nasty ass food. Like, it was just over processed food. That's a good way to probably explain it.
Okay. Some
Like,
military freaking
probably it was probably better than
bomb
it was.
shelter
You know what I
shit.
mean? The military food was probably like better, to be real with you. Like, they
Mm.
were giving us basically dog food. I remember a nigga found a roach in his food one time, bro. Like,
Oh,
opened the lid and everything, warm ass lid. He's over here going through the beans, and he's like, "Nigga, is this a roach?" He's like, "What the fuck?" Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
fuck.
niggas would find like bones in there that are not even supposed to. Like, you would find bones in the salad. Like, who? Like,
What?
what? Like, what
Okay.
the fuck? Like, where'd that come from? Like, this is random shit.
A fucking dead rat in there and shit.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and we would just have a choice between white milk or water. That's all you drink was white milk or water, literally, for like that whole time I was in there. But yeah, but when I got out, the transition to like eating normal food was different. I couldn't like eat it too fast or anything, or I would puke, and like I didn't eat too much of it. You know what I mean? Like, it was just
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
the transition was crazy.
Was different.
It was
And then so
definitely
like
different.
what were your first steps to get out of jail? And then cuz if you were 19, you've been fighting for about 3 years, you probably started get transitioning into that right away.
Oh yeah, definitely right away. I had got a job like 3 days when I got out. Like, literally 3 days when I got out, I got a job. And I started making a little bit of money or whatever, and that's when I bought that bike that I was talking about earlier. And then not even long from that, I just started doing MMA. I remember seeing some guy on 5 for 9 fights. He had a fight, and I was like, I want to do that. Like, I could do that. I could fight people in the cage, like, and make people like glorify it. You know what I mean? Like, some gladiator
Oh
shit. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And like, but it was cool. And I hit him up or whatever, and I was like, hey bro, I was like, how do you do that shit? Like, where do you go to? He's like, just come to my gym. Daniel Bradley is locked up right now. Free my boy Daniel. But yeah, he had hit me up. He had hit me back up. Oh shit, I don't know if I.
Oh no,
Okay,
you're good, you're good.
okay, yeah. He had hit me up like the next day. He was like, "Oh yeah, bro, just come to the gym." And I came in for my first day and got my ass whooped, bro. Like, just beat. And I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "I like this shit. It's cool. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun." Like, and like they'll do like and it was fun. And from there, I just fell in love with it, and I just kept going with it. You
Mm,
meet a lot of good people in the mixed martial arts community. For a lot of good people that are willing to help. It's like going to church. I
yeah.
swear to God, it's like going to church, bro.
Yeah.
But it's just the guys that fight. You know what I mean? These guys, they just want to help you, and they want to look out for you, and they want to see you succeed. You know what I mean? And that's just how it
Yeah.
is. And that's how I always got it. And ever since then, I just stayed into
And
it.
they have good discipline, good
Yeah,
yeah.
very good. The people that you see stick around for a long time got very good discipline.
Yeah.
If you see a guy shows up and he leaves, he ain't got no discipline.
Or you can
Yeah,
tell when you fight them too,
yeah, you could
if
definitely
they're
tell.
gonna give up or not. Especially in like jujitsu, it's like, bro,
Yeah,
you're dead tired, but there's somebody trying to strangle you, so
yeah,
you gotta
you gotta push through
you
it.
gotta push through.
Exactly. Yeah. Or like sometimes people get too mad. Like you like when you're sparring with people, like stuff like that, you'll see guys that will like over swing or like they'll breathe hard. Like you hit them one, you punch them one time in the face, they're like, oh, I gotta get back. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's also you're just like, damn, you ain't got no discipline, bro. Like
They're
that
like,
gets you beat up in fights for real. Like that's most of the time, like when you get too angry in a fight and you just lash out, that's when you get that. And the other guy, like a mixed martial artist like me or like whatever, they see it real quick and they're just like, oh, I'm gonna wait for him to get mad. I'm gonna hit him again, like
y-
you know, and then at that point it's over.
yeah,
Yeah, I
But yeah,
remember in high school, one of my friends, he's all like, "Oh, like let's go body shots, let's go body shots." I was like, "No, I'm not trying to do that right now." I was like, "We're in class, we're in PE," and I was
yeah.
like, "I'm not trying to do that right now." He kept bugging and bugging and bugging. I was like, "All right, let's fucking do it." So we take off our backpacks, and right away that fool fucking. I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "What did I do to you?" He's all
Oh
fucking
shit,
pissed off and shit.
niggas breathing hella hard and shit. Like,
Yeah, I ended up
damn,
fucking getting him in a headlock and shit, but
yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
That's lit, bro. I remember them. I remember them body shots in the bathroom when I was a kid. That shit was funny as fuck. That's another thing too. We used to hit the wax pins in the bathroom real quick, and start doing body shots. That shit was fun.
yeah.
Yeah, damn, that bring up memories.
That's crazy, bro. Cause yeah, I remember like when I was probably till like after I was 18, that's when those wax pens started coming out.
Yeah,
So I'm
huh?
like,
Yeah,
some of those generations
yeah. I
had
think I
it
was
easy,
like
bro.
12, bro. I think I was like 12 or some shit. Like I
Yeah.
don't even remember, but I remember I was in middle school, bro. And then my homeboy, he like, hey, bro, you want to hit the
There
wax
was
pin?
the first ones I remember were the Flavor RX pins. Do you remember that,
Were
Brent?
they the flavor ours?
Flavor
Like those
RX.
ones that you had like on the battery, and then you like they
Yeah.
like a
You got
Magnum
to screw
battery.
them in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was those ones, huh? Damn, that's crazy.
That was a long, long time
That was
ago,
a
bro.
minute ago, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I
boy
remember
said
that.
body shots and wax pins for real. That's crazy. That's
How
wild.
so the
Oh
way I got
shit.
interested and you wanted to come on, you told me about your viral moment. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I wanted to hear
I had a
about that.
few viral moments. Which one are we talking about?
The one in Tower, right? When you beat up that one guy that was following the girl.
You got on Fresno Uncensored,
Oh, bro.
or
Hey, y'all guys, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all the
do you
tea.
have that video?
I got the video.
I want to send it to me,
I'll
bro.
send it to you.
Yeah.
So if you guys go on Fresno Uncensored too, and I'm not gonna say exactly where the location is because there was an incident where the cops pulled up, and I don't know what that whole situation is with the cops, what they believe or what they seen or whatever. But I
Allegedly.
recorded it. But exactly. So, bro, I'm over here doing my thing or whatever. I'm waiting to go in line to a place, and I'm over here, but I stay outside. I'm gonna go smoke this joint real quick, and I'm just on the phone, and I hear like people arguing in the distance. Like I just hear a nigga. He's like, "Oh, shut up, bitch, before I beat you." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Whoa!" So I put my phone down, and I'm kind of just like smoking. I'm just like still looking. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, and then I just hear a girl now out of nowhere. She's like, oh, please stop. Da 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 da. And I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck is like? And he's all like just raising his hand and stuff like that and like getting in her face. And it was crazy. So I was like, I didn't really want to get too much in their business because that's Fresno. Like, you know, people like argue like that all the time, from at least what I see. But, anyways, um, so I get to a point where I guess he took her phone and she's all begging for her phone back or whatever, like some shit. And then he was just like, "Nah, bitch, get in the car." Grabs her, throws her in the car, and like she's like kicking on the window. I don't know, like I don't know, but like she could have. I'm pretty sure like somehow she could have opened the door, but I don't know. But she was just kicking on the window, and then at this point I'm like speed walking towards the car. I'm like, what the fuck? Like he's about to kidnap this girl. Like what the fuck? Like, it's fucked up. Like it was weird. It's random as fuck. And he get in the car and I think he's gonna take off. I'm like, hey, bro, I was like, is everything good? Like, or like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, shut up, bitch, or you're next. And I was like, what? I was like, come here, bro. I was like, come here. And then I was like, what you gonna do, bro? I was like, well, like, what you like for? Like, what? Like, this nigga don't know me. What the fuck? So he started walking up, and he was like, what? You want to fight, bro? You want to fight? And I didn't even say nothing. I was just like, and then I was just waiting for him, and he swung on me, and then like I dodged it, and like I two pieced him, and then my right hand didn't even like finish connecting. Like I jabbed him basically, and he dropped, and he like fell on his knees, and he went towards like my hips to like just trying to pick me up. And he was a big ass nigga too, like big ass white boy.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But I stuffed his head. And like I sprawled on him, and then he instantly, like his face, everything was plain, it was flattened out. And I just spun around and pulled his hair back, and I was just socking him in his fucking face. I was like, "Bitch, would you ever fucking swing on me? Who the fuck you think you is, nigga? Like what?" And like I started like punching on him like bad. And then it gets to a point where I just grab his arm and I like pull it up behind him like this, whatever, and I just push it all the way up. And he's like, ah. And I'm like, say sorry. And he's like, I don't know, I was tripping, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I low-key overdo it sometimes. I got on, I was like, nigga, say sorry. He said, no. And I was like, I was like, And he's like, okay, I'm sorry. And I was like, yeah, bitch. I didn't even hit him that hard the last 2 times because I didn't want him to go to sleep. I got like, you know what I'm saying? I wanted him to feel what was happening. So I didn't want to put him to sleep. So I wasn't hitting him that hard. But he was like drip, like, bro, oh my God, it was nasty. Cause like out of nowhere, that girl, she's like, oh, thank you. But this is my ex and he's crazy. Da-da-da. I'm like, this is your ex? Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm over here dealing with your shit. Like, this is ridiculous. So she's like, oh, please let him up. He's like, bro, please let me get up and go back to my car. And then I was like, nah, this nigga got like a weapon on him or something. So I started checking his pants and empty out his pockets. I threw out his wallet and shit. Just make sure he didn't have no weapons. I wasn't trying to rob this nigga or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I like emptied his pockets and I was like, all right, bro, you're good. Get up. And I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro. And he stood up and like he was gonna do something. I was like, what? You want to fight again, bro? I was like, what? You want to get your ass whipped again, bro? What? And he's like, nah. I said, put your hands up, bro. I was like, walk away from me. And like he went like this. And I said, all right, now leave or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she was behind me the entire time, like just kind of like.
Oh, she didn't leave with him.
Nah, hell no.
Yeah.
She was like right behind me, just like, oh, please don't let him get near me, da da da, and like stuff like that. And then out of nowhere, he hops in his car and he locks the door. And he's like, you fucking porch monkey, da da da, you dumb bitch, da da, like saying crazy. I'm like, bro, where was all this energy when you was out the car? Like, this is crazy. He locks the door. And like, I knew he locked the door because I tried to open it because I wasn't gonna sock his ass in the face again. But then he was like, and then like he was just saying a bunch of all this rah like going on like that, like just, and I pulled out my phone. I was like, I'm gonna show like everybody how fucked up you look right now, like how stupid. And that's when I started recording. And then, bro, I didn't even notice, but like, bro, you can't see it in the video.
People were probably recording all that though.
No, there was nobody there, bro. She was at her I guess it was like okay, so it was like in the corner, kind of in a dark area, and that's where she goes to work. She goes to work like literally like around the corner. And I guess he came and harassing her and shit like that, and he had to leave, or she had to leave because she didn't want her boss seen or whatever. But long story short, he was like just talking all this shit or whatever. So I recorded him and things like that, and like that shit. I sent it to one of my friends, and I said, don't show nobody else. I said, please don't show nobody else. Next thing I know, it's on Fresno Uncensored. I'm like, damn. I'm like, what the fuck? That's crazy. I'm like, bro, that's wild. I'm like, it's all good though. And it was like over like 2,000, 1,000 people seen it or whatever. But yeah, like, bro, like a part of his ear was like hanging, bro. That shit was nasty.
Because you
like,
just caught him? Or?
I don't even know. I don't know if it's because like he scraped or whatever, but like his ear was like hanging, bro. I was like, bro, that's what you get, nigga. Trying to kidnap people and shit or whatever.
Yeah, trying to kidnap people.
Yeah, like that's weird, bro. Like that's not the first type of situation I've ran in like that with niggas. You know what I mean? Like that's not the first time I've done that with people. You know what I mean? I've always like I've always had to handle people. Even where I go to parties, I go party at Delta and Night Post. I've had to kick motherfuckers out over that shit. Well, not Delta because I don't run it like that, but you know what I mean? I've had to do that shit with people at Night Post and all types of shit, bro.
That's crazy.
But yeah, Fresno is wild, bro. Like motherfuckers out here are crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
so you said that's one viral moment. What was another viral moment for you?
Well, I basically fought somebody else again. Yeah, basically just.
And it got posted. Bro. It's like
it got posted, and I don't have the video, but
not the like, world star.
It was like I hope not, right? But because like I was like what like probably was like 2 years ago, a year ago or some shit, or I had basically like got into a fight. But yeah, it was just crazy, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro.
So when people are hitting you up and like, hey, I saw this and that, and you see the post, like, what are your initial thoughts? Like,
bro, I was disappointed because I was like, bro, I was like, that's crazy. Like, I mean, it was funny. I was laughing. Don't get me wrong, but it was just like I was so shocked. Like I just remember because I was like, what the fuck? I was like, Fresno and Censor posted this shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Is it still up?
It's still up. You can pull that shit up. Actually, I'll pull it up right now.
How long ago was this?
This was probably about like a month or two ago.
Oh,
probably shit. Not even that.
Not recent.
Probably not even that, bro.
Not recently.
Yeah, it was recent, bro.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, so women keep mace and tasers and knives on you and shit.
Yeah, so you don't got to get saved by Gianni over here.
Nah, for real. Next time I'm charging. No,
not just playing. I know, bro. Next time she's just going to get her flashlight. It's going to be like a Gianni symbol.
For real. Hey, did you guys hear about that? What's his name? Oh yeah, here it is right here. Here. Let me push this up. Sorry, you gotta watch out from this. The first thing you hear is I just beat the shit out this nigga.
Oh my god!
Whooped him, whooped his ass. I was telling us he didn't want to get out the car. Bro, it was crazy.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
His
bro!
name was Chris or what?
yeah, Chris. It
You
turns
know
out he actually ended up getting arrested
you
too.
know what they
That
say?
night?
But no,
Well, he
not
was
that
probably
night.
drunk or something, or no?
No, he wasn't drunk. He wasn't, bro. He wasn't on nothing, bro. Like he was just like, well, at least from what I know, I didn't smell any alcohol on him,
Mm.
and he wasn't moving like he was drunk. But yeah, bro. That
He
I
said he
get.
was a big ass white boy.
That nigga was big. He was like 6'6" or like 6'3" or some shit. He was a tall ass nigga. I was like, damn, bro. I was like,
No
what the
wonder
fuck?
he stepped up to you. That was fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
like he looked like a big dude too, but you know, the taller they are, the harder they fall. I
I
guess.
just
Like,
gave
dropped his ass. I mean, I'm 6 foot. That's also kind of tall for people too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I just gave Mike some advice the other day. It's never trust a guy named Chris. Cause if Chris crossed applesauce, what's he gonna do to you?
Wait, what? Say that again.
If Chris crossed applesauce, what's he gonna do to
What do you
you?
mean? Wait, what does that mean?
He's like, don't ever trust a guy named Chris,
Uh-huh.
because if Chris crossed
Yeah.
applesauce,
Oh,
what's he gonna do?
Duh, did you make that up? Did you make that
I found
up?
it on Instagram somewhere.
Because I just heard it somewhere, huh?
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Man, so are you still fighting? What are you doing right now?
Yeah, I don't have my mixed. I don't have my mixed martial arts is my. Sorry, I don't have my license no more to fight.
Mhm.
I'm still registered. I'm still considered registered in the state, but I don't have my license. You have to pay for it like every year.
Yeah,
Literally, you have to pay for it like every year. And sometimes I miss that year. I'm like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
because you have to get like tested for different things and
Yeah.
whatnot, right?
Yeah. Sometimes though, like you don't even gotta pay for it. Like if these companies really want you to fight, they're like, oh, I'll pay for it. You just go fight. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I'll pay for your license, whatever. I'll cash out you the money. Just make sure you do it. I'll pay for your physical, your license. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And then you go fight for me, and I'll go do it. And that's happened to me so many times. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And like most of my fights, actually, I've never trained like a month for them. All my fights, I've trained like literally like either less than a month, even either like 3 weeks or like less than 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Like that's and I've had 6 fights, but yeah, most of the time they'll just have, like pay that shit for you.
yeah. So what do you plan to do with that, or what are you planning to do right now? Because David told me you're in Fresno right now, but you're gonna be going out of town somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna be moving. I'm hopefully gonna be training at Pit Fit in Pismo. I'm about to be out there.
Oh, dope, bro.
Yeah, those guys are good, bro. I've
Really?
trained with those guys before. Those guys are hella good.
Mhm.
Like John Hackelman, he's a cool ass dude too. He's a pretty decent guy. He's strict, but like he gets shit done. You know what I mean? And all those guys there, like they got great discipline. You know what I mean? Even some of those guys out there got 5 belts, and they're not even from out here. You know what I mean? But those guys are good, and that's hopefully I'm about to be out there training with them. And sooner from there, I'm about to be going pro this year.
No.
Start fighting and shit again, and actually taking it way more serious when I go pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you find like the will or the drive to do it? Like, because it's feel like you got to be very disciplined, and like,
Yeah.
I mean, you got to go and get punched in the face.
Yeah, no, like I said before, bro, that's just not like fighting. It's not really new to me, bro. I feel like I feel like every man at least needs to get in the cage or a boxing ring at one time, at least one time, so you know what it feels like. It's not a bad feeling. Like, yeah, like you get the adrenaline rush of like thinking like, oh, I could get knocked out, he could embarrass me somehow, but it's just like, bro, it's just like if you train and you put in the work, and if you got that like type of mentality where you go in, you're like, nah, I can't like, I'm not gonna let him do none of that shit. Like even if I get punched in the face or even if I break my nose and lose, people are gonna know that I went in there and I at least put something on him. You know what I mean? Like either I busted his eyebrow and made him bleed, or grabbed him and slammed him on his head, or whatever it is, threw my elbow into his face, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You did what you had to do and you did it. You know what I'm saying? You might like it again. Just go try it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how it was for me. I just went in and like I was nervous though. I've been like all my fights are like I get a little nervous. Like it's normal. It's a human instinct. It's anxiety. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, most of the time, it's more of an exciting feeling. Like you go in, you're like, ooh, like what could happen? You know what I mean? Like who's been training the best? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna do what? That's the exciting part about it. That's what drives me to keep doing it. I like doing stuff like that.
Hmm.
I'm an adrenaline junkie, I guess. but
Yeah.
but I like fighting, bro. Especially fighting is just easy. It's always easy. I did it on the streets for so long. Did it in prison for so long, or juvenile for so long, whatever. We got to a point where like I want to do it in front of people and like knock somebody out and then be like,
Yeah.
oh shit. You know what I mean?
And
Like
not get in
that's a
trouble
good.
for it.
You know what I mean? And not get in trouble for it. Don't got to get it mazed. Don't got to go to jail. None of that shit for it. You know what I'm saying? You're just chilling.
Yeah.
So like and then people glorify you for it. So it's just cool. It's cool as fuck. I like it. It's hella fun.
Yeah.
And I already have 3 knockouts. So
That's crazy. Well, it sounds like you're a brawler, bro, or a
yeah,
striker.
yeah. I kind of brawled a little bit. I was most likely a brawl. I was mostly a brawler.
Hmm.
And I brawled a lot, but I also knew what I was doing. I was really strategic to what I did. Like, you know what I mean? I was always paying attention to like the fights that they had coming up or whatever, or like their past fights. I would strategically watch like what they do. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
like even in the fight, like you gotta watch and you gotta pay attention to shit and stuff like that. You can't overreach or whatever. You know what I mean?
Who are some of your favorite fighters?
It's it's crazy, but it's kind of hard to say who my favorite fighter is because I like a lot of fighters. Obviously, everybody likes John Jones and Khabib and stuff like that.
What's that guy out of Stockton? Fucking
Nate Diaz,
Nate
Nate Diaz.
Diaz.
Nate Diaz too. Nate Diaz is
He's a
dope as fuck.
brawler, bro.
Yeah, and like that man, like he don't like he you could hit Nate Diaz in the face like with like anything, and that man would just be like,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean?
He'll start
Like
talking shit.
yeah, he will, and like he'll point at you and do some crazy shit. You know what I mean? Nate Diaz, yeah, Nate Diaz too. Nate Diaz is and his brother Nick Diaz. Those guys have set some like legendary
They're
ass
just
like
dogs,
you know what I
bro.
mean, straight dogs, and they're from California. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's cool as fuck. They're literally 3-4 hours away from us. Like, you know what I'm,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's some cool shit right there. But there's a lot of fighters that I like. You know what I mean? I like a lot of fighters, like Sugar Sean too. Sugar Sean is dope as fuck. Everybody likes Sugar Sean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who else? Israel Adesanya. You know what I mean? What's his name? What's those Dagestan? Like most of the Dagestan dudes or whatever. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? All those guys.
Islam and
Islam Makachev. Well, I believe in Islam. Like, I'm most of my family are Muslim, and I try to go about that way too. But I drink and smoke and should be partying. Y'all see my Instagram, yeah, you know what I mean. So I can't really say I'm Muslim but yeah, most of those guys I look up to those guys too, like Islam, Khabib, that type of those guys, because that's like one day I do want to be in that position of where they're at,
Jake Paul.
well, because you see,
Jake Paul.
what do
I
you
would have
think
whooped
about
Jake
that,
Paul's
bro?
ass. I would have beat the shit out of Jake Paul. Probably not in a boxing ring. Okay, boxing ring with the boxing rules, that's different. You know what I mean? I can't just go in a boxing ring and say I'm gonna beat up a professional boxer in his own game. You know what I mean? But if we were on the streets, if we were in a cage, where we just have like these hands and like these legs, it's over. You know what I'm saying? It's any boxer, whether it's Floyd Mayweather or what. But like, bro, Jake Paul's he's a pussy. Like
What do you
everybody
think
knows.
about the attention he's brought into the like fighting community?
It's like he does it on purpose. He knows what he's doing. Everybody like, but it's just those motherfuckers where they're just like, oh, like they fall for his bullshit. You know what I mean? They fall for him like trolling people. Like everybody knows he can't fight. Like he started off doing vines,
Hmm.
like making like funny like goofy ass fucking little kid content. You know what I'm saying? And then he made a lot of money off that. He made millions or whatever. And then he like had millions to like put towards like training with the best fighters in the world, the best boxers, getting the best coaches, the best food, whatever. And like, he's actually a boxer now. You know what I'm saying? He's
He's
actually
he's improved a
yeah, he
lot.
put in his work. You know what I mean? He's knocked out a bare knuckle boxing champion. What was his name?
I mean, I know Mike,
Yeah, Mike Perry.
Mike
Mike
Perry,
Perry's a dog, bro.
bro. But
Mike
even
Perry.
Tyron Woodley, that
bro,
was
slept him.
great.
Slept these guys. And then not even out of worst of that, he got the spider. What's his name? Anderlin Silva or
Oh yeah, he
yeah.
knocked him down.
Bro, and like so you can't say like he's not like that's why I tell people I'm like, bro, I'm like you can't say like he might be a bitch, he might be annoying or whatever, but he's a boxer. Like,
Yeah,
he's
he
shown that
he
he's a boxer.
yeah, I'd say he's earned my respect for sure
Yeah, in boxing, yeah.
in
In the
boxing.
cage is different. He be talking about all that cage shit. I'm like, bro, he'll get beat up in that cage.
Yeah, because he has he's apparently signed with what is it, PFL or F, what is it, that other fight league?
PFL?
What is it called?
Is
Is
it
that what it's
MMA?
called? It's
Is
an
it?
MMA
Oh
league.
shit, I don't know.
I can't
I ain't
remember,
hear
but
about that.
it was something. Obviously, he has hella drama with the UFC, but
Yeah, because he just goes around talking shit to everybody in the UFC, and those are like the greatest fighters on the planet. Like you're not gonna
Yeah.
just go, you can't just do 3 years of training and just go in with those guys. Like that's not how it works.
Yeah.
You know what
Man, I remember I watched the first fight with him and Tyrone Woodley,
I mean?
and it sucked, bro. And it was like debatably like Tyrone Wood that like won
That
that fight, right?
yeah, no, he got knocked out, didn't he?
The first one.
Oh, okay,
The
okay.
first one.
Oh,
Because I
they
remember
fought
they
twice.
fought twice. Yeah.
What?
He
Oh,
fought
okay.
him once, and then he was supposed to fight Tyson Fury? Or not Tyson Fury. What's
Oh,
the other guy?
didn't he lose against Tyson
He
Okay.
Fury?
did, yeah.
Yeah,
He
that
fought
Tyson, you
him.
can't. Yeah, Tyson
Well, he
Fury.
had pulled out, and then so Tyrone took the fight on like 2 week notice.
Mm.
But I remember I was just like, I was laying in bed, bro, and I was just like watching the fight, and then like out of nowhere, boom, he sleeps him, and I'm like, oh shit, like bro.
He said, "Nigga, I felt that shit." That's crazy.
I like jumped out of my bed because I was like, I'm not even gonna watch this, like, but I was like, whatever, I'll just throw it on. And I
Yeah.
was laying in bed and I'm just like chilling, and then boom, out of nowhere he gets them, and I was like, holy shit. And then ever since I've been watching those fights. But
Damn. Yeah. No. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've been whatchamacallit. I never watched any of his fights live because I never like took him serious. But when she started knocking out like these professional MMA fighters just left and right, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, what the
yeah,
fuck?
yeah, he's
Like
doing
what? And like
something.
he was doing something. I was like, okay, this is boxing or whatever. Boxing's pretty entertaining. I have a few boxer friends and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just like I even used to like football and shit at one point, but like bro, MMA ever since I started doing it, I've just been focused on that. Like watching MMA fights. Like I watch the UFC like every time it comes out, you know what I'm saying? We just
Yeah.
or whatever. But then yeah, that caught my attention a little bit too. Like when he started putting niggas to sleep and shit, I was like, damn. I was like, okay. That's why I say like maybe in a boxing, like he won't put me to sleep, but maybe in a boxing ring he'll beat me. But like yeah, cage fighting in the cage is different.
It's very, very
Yeah,
different
you
for
have a lot
sure.
of rules. You kind of have a lot of rules in boxing, but
Yeah.
also I feel like boxing is more dangerous because you get like
It's just
eh,
all just headshots.
yeah, bro. Like if you get TKO'd or dropped in an MMA cage, they're gonna stop it. They're gonna instantly stop it. But if you get dropped in boxing, like you over here, you still got a concussion going on, bro. Like you know what I mean. You got to get back up. You got 10 seconds to get back up and fight again. And like that, like you could get dropped again and have another concussion. And then have another one from the third
What was
time, and then you
that?
get back up. They do that on one champ too. Like that shit's dangerous.
It's like
That
that
with
fight
Tyson Fury?
against
That Tyson
yeah
Fury and the tall ass black one?
Wilder.
Yeah, that shit was fucking
Did
crazy.
you
Yeah,
see
I
that
did watch
fight?
that. See, that's right
That
there.
was
Perfect example.
insane,
He got
bro.
dropped like 3 or 4 times
They
and
both
got back.
Both
got
of them.
dropped.
It
Yeah,
was
both
like
of
boom,
them.
boom, boom.
Yeah, and then like they both just were like, you see them, they're just like trying to wake up, and that's not something that's easy to shake off neither. You know what I mean? Like you wake up, you're just like, oh fuck, like because that's you're talking about like oxygen being basically like cut off from your body.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Or sometimes your body just it's like your body just going in shock.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like it's not easy to shake off. So when you see these guys, they're getting up, they're like, oh fuck, like damn, nigga, this nigga just hit me hella hard. Like
I know there's like a video and like he's like Tyson Fury just like knocked, and then out of nowhere he's like the Undertaker, bro. Just
yeah, I
like
seen
gets
that. That
up.
shit was crazy. Bro, that's real. That's dedication right there, bro. That's
Yeah, that's
dedication.
hard right there. So I remember they were like Wilder ended up losing the fight, but
Yeah.
man, they were like they both won. You
Yeah.
know, they
Yeah,
just
they
won.
they both showed a great performance. It was a great performance watching that shit. That's the type of fights I like watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have any mentors?
Mentors? Uh, nah, I don't. Well, I can't say I don't. I don't like
Or
I
like
have
someone you like count on or look up to, or whether it was like a coach that got you into fighting or
I don't really have nobody I look up to or like count on or anything like that. I really don't, honestly. Like I have a lot of like good people around me. You know, like I have a lot of good friends and stuff like that. You know, like Stephanie, she came all the way out here I didn't even have a ride down here. She came over here and came pick me up. You know what I mean?
man, yeah.
And you know, I have a lot of good friends around, but I don't really have that much people I look up to, or I never even really looked up to nobody growing up. So like, I just like, I've always just tried to put focus into myself, if that
Mhm.
makes sense. But yeah, I look up to myself basically for everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
What would have been some of the challenges that you have there been like challenges that you've overcome to like now present day you're like, yeah, I did that. So like whatever else comes, like have you had challenges along the way?
Yeah, oh yeah, everybody has challenges along the way. Everybody goes through like, has like some type of issue or whatever. But like yeah, I guess it's like being locked up. That was one of the biggest challenges because then I had a dirty record. You know what I mean? You can't do a lot of things with that, you know what I mean? So that was one of my challenges. So I just like, I took that into consideration. I went to school for a little bit, played a little bit of football in college or whatever, and then I didn't play football. Like I was on the practice team and stuff like that, but I was doing that for a while, and then I had my son, and then after that, like I was just going back with MMA and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
then MMA, it was just like that's that honestly saved a lot of like what I like to do because at first I didn't even know what I like to do. You feel me? I didn't know what I really wanted to do. But then I started doing MMA, and I'm like, oh shit, like this shit's fun. Like
Do you
like this
think
is cool.
it got you in the right path, or do you think
Yeah,
you?
it definitely got me in the right path. It has me in my mindset different, like, cause you're around guys like that are like stupid dangerous. Like a lot of people don't realize how MMA fight, like how dangerous MMA fighters are. You know what I mean? Or even jujitsu guys that are at a high level belts. They're really, really dangerous people, but they're very, very humble and they're very, very cool, and it shows you like a lot. You know what I mean? Most of these guys they don't go out like robbing people. They don't need to steal shit. They don't need to do none of that. They got jobs and they're hardworking like guys. You know what I mean? Saying or women. You know what I mean? And like they show you like, bro, you don't gotta do that. Just come do this. You know what I'm saying? It's easier. You're just like, okay. You know what I mean? And like that's where I get to meet other good people like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I get to be on this podcast with y'all talking about like look what y'all doing. Y'all on a podcast. You're not robbing niggas and shit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You're not doing drugs or whatever. Or, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just chilling. So it's just like, those are the type of people it brings you around when you start doing more good shit instead of stupid shit. Because you start doing stupid shit, you're gonna be around stupid motherfuckers. And
Yeah,
then from
people are
that,
gonna want to start cutting you off and shit.
exactly, people are gonna, exactly, you know what I mean?
Or
Like,
putting you in bad situations.
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like MMA has definitely helped me, and like the guys around that community has definitely helped me a lot,
Mhm.
and it's a lot better now. Things are cool too.
Well, what could you say about mental health and how important it is in finding that, from, being troubled youth to finding something like I'm sure MMA helped with mental health as well.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, it helps with your mental health. You know what I mean? Saying a lot of people think it's like too violent or whatever, and it is. Honestly, it can be. But I feel like you don't have to just do MMA. You could do like sports. Like if you come up from a like most kids that come from a back or badass like background or whatever, like that's all I know is kind of like violence or whatever, or whatever it is, like doing stupid shit, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I feel like there's always like sports. There's always a good way to put in it. Like I didn't do a lot of sports growing up because I was always in the streets doing stupid shit. But sports is a good way to do it. Being around better family members, I guess, if you have that. But yeah, it
Yeah.
was for me. It was just MMA. It was just doing
That was
sports.
your helped you with your mental.
Yeah, it was just like sports. Like sports is just like you have a lot of energy and you just need to put it into something in sports. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Play sports. Sports was always a good outlet for me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How did you get into the EDM scene?
The EDM scene, that's funny.
Oh,
So I
I
met
didn't
this,
even know that.
yeah,
So,
bro. That was a big transition. That came. So look, I started doing MMA, and like I started to get like a little bit of like followers or whatever. Like I started to meet new people, and then I one time my homeboy Biosh, he came to my first fight. He was like, and this nigga listened to techno like hard, like he just straight techno. And then I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck is techno, bro? Like, what is that? Like, what is that bullshit? Like, what? And then it was just like, he was just like, oh, bro, you should come to the club with me because I knocked some dude out or whatever in my first fight. He's like, let's go to the club. Let's go to the club. Let's go party. Da, da, da. And I was like, I'm down. Oh, yeah. Let's go drink, whatever. And then we did. He's like, I'm going to take you to this club. It was Mint. I was 19. So, like, I snuck in and shit like that. And then we went in there and it was just partying, just like hella hard. And they were playing their rave music, like techno and shit. And then from there, I met my homeboy Goblin. And then he was a DJ and stuff like that. And then from there, Jeremy. And then I started chilling with these guys, and then they just brought me around like these nightclubs and stuff like that. And I started partying at nightclubs and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I got deep into it too. I started to meet the owners, started to party with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about like a little party. I'm talking about partying. Like, we'd be up like, bro, like all like night and day, just partying, drinking, like thugging it out, listening to this music or whatever. You know what
wow,
I'm
yeah.
saying? And like after a while, bro, you start to like it. You're just like, oh shit, like this is lit. You know what I mean? And the community is different, bro. Like
Yeah.
everybody's chill as fuck. Everybody's cool. Like they always like they're always trying to give you like little items or whatever, like little bracelets or whatever to try to meet you, or like they're hella cool and they'll be like, oh, like come chill with us, come party with us, and like come headbang with us or whatever, come listen to rhythm with us, techno with us, whatever. And like and like after a while, like it was just cool. You know what I mean? Like, and then I got basically got spoiled treatment. Like the homies would just give me VIP tickets and shit like that, free liquor and stuff like that. So it was easy. Like, you know what I mean? Like you'd go to these things like every weekend. You know what I'm saying? And it got to a point where I was doing it for a whole year, just straight partying. Last year actually, just went like 2024. Like it just was like gone, bro. Like it was just like I didn't even remember most of it. I just remember partying through all that shit, and like yeah, bro, it was but I had to slow down on that shit because that shit's too bad for you sometimes. You know what I mean? Like it's get over it. Like that's not what you should be doing every day, bro.
Yeah.
Like you should not be partying every day, like drinking every day, doing that shit. Like yeah, but it was fun, bro. Like it's fun as fuck. Like you meet a lot of cool ass people. Like you meet hella chill ass people. Everybody in that rave community. I mean, you see weirdos too. There's weirdos in the motherfuckers.
No, for sure.
There's definitely some undercover weirdos and shit under in the rave scene. You know what I mean? But there you also meet a lot of good ass people. And like from there I met a lot of great ass people. Like basically everybody that follows me on my Instagram or and whatever is basically like I know all of them. You know what I mean? I mostly know all of them. And like they're all cool ass people. And I appreciate all of them. Also shout out to Night Post.
Night Post, is that the ones that throw the rave events,
That's
Yeah,
or
they throw good ass rave events too.
really?
They throw
the
some good
owl.
ass ones.
It's the owl logo,
Yeah,
man.
it's the owl logo. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty lit. Those guys they had threw me something on my birthday, like whatever my birthday was, like last week, Friday. Well, no, not last week. Like February 8th.
Oh,
What's
happy
today?
late birthday, bro.
Oh, thank you, bro. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
just turned 23.
Damn,
Yeah,
bro. So
I was too.
you're, yeah, you're a
Yeah,
youngin, bro.
yep, young buck.
He's practically 30.
He's
Bro,
basically,
What are you, 28?
yeah, I'm 28, bro.
y'all
I
still
just turned 28 on the 15th of last month too.
man, y'all still young though. That's
Yeah,
still young.
yeah, we're still moving though, bro. We're
Yeah.
still
I'm
moving.
still a baby. I'm 26.
There you go.
Like
You're
he
26.
swears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're on the better half of 30 already, bro.
honestly.
That better have it
I'm
there.
goddamn. I'm down near there. Huh?
I know, bro.
That's lit.
I like to ask this question, like, what would you say? Like, everybody has a purpose, right?
Mm.
A reason why they get up in the morning, a reason why they stay disciplined, a reason why they want to push for better. What would you say is your why for all of that?
I'm not. Look, I'm not really like the perfect person. I don't really like. I'm a lazy person, bro. Like I don't really show up to practice often now anymore. Like my discipline is not all there, so I can't really speak on too much of that.
Mm.
But I will say, like you could find your motivation, bro. Like most of the time, you shouldn't really have to find a motivation. You should just do it. Just try it. Like just try to be like, oh, I'm gonna take this ice bath. Like I don't. It just doesn't feel. It doesn't make me comfortable. But like, just try it. You know what I mean? Just try to just do it. Don't even think about it. Just do it. You know what I mean? And in a good way though, in a good sense. You know what I'm saying? But my motivation was always my son. At the time when I had him. I was always like taking care of him and stuff like that, and then I was like, okay, now I'm really gonna push for this MMA shit. I'm really gonna go to work every day. I'm really gonna put in the time and the money and the effort for him, and like this, what I'm doing. But then like yeah, like shit happens or whatever. And yeah, my baby mama, like we have like custody battles and shit like that. So it was my first time where I was just like I didn't really have nothing to do. You know what I mean? I didn't have my son anymore. So I was just like, okay, like what do I do? That's when I started partying, doing a little bit more fights on and off and stuff like that. And I was just partying this fight basically. But that's what I was doing. But you can find motivations, bro. You can find it in anything, bro. Whether if it's your kids, you know what I mean? Yourself, you know what I'm saying? Even if you gotta tell yourself sometimes and be like, hey, bro, like, I'm that nigga or whatever, like, any type of way, just do it, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And just, you shouldn't need motivation, bro. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Just get up, go to work, get up, go to the gym, get up, do something. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's not good being in the house all day and doing nothing, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's that straight depression shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They
It
say
really is.
they say you don't need motivation. You need discipline.
Exactly.
I have trouble with that too, but I'm definitely trying to get there to where I have a set thing to do all the time. Cause
Yeah.
uh, I started like a little entrepreneur path and shit. My first business went like downhill real quick, but right now I'm doing like house cleaning,
Mhm.
and it's like tough to like just do it every single time,
Yeah.
But I'm trying.
Yeah, bro, and that's all that matters, bro. You're trying. You know what I mean? Some people don't even do that. Like some
Mhm.
people don't even try. Imagine that. Like imagine like that's crazy. But the fact that you're trying to do that, that's good. That shows something. That's discipline in a way. You know what I mean? And, like just like as long as you try, You know what I mean? Like even if it's like one time out of the like even if it's like 50 push-ups, even if it's like 10 push-ups and you're like, "Oh, I want to get ripped." So you just do 10 push-ups. That's not a start. You know what I mean? You start somewhere. That's good. You know what I'm saying? That's what people should be doing. That's what should be a type of motivation.
You can always find different motivation as well, or but see that's the thing when your motivation gives, that's when like your why kicks in, you
Yeah.
know? It's like why push when I don't have the motivation, but it's
Yeah.
just
That's
like
when it's a mental
that
thing.
last,
That's when
yeah,
it's a
it's
mental
that
thing for
last bit of
sure.
hope. Like I
Yeah.
know I've pulled motivation from all kinds of things from, man, like there's some people like, who will say like you are who you are like because of me, but there's been situations where I'm like sometimes I am who I am in spite of certain people, and it's
Yeah.
just like different things to kind of shape you over the years, and then give you that driving force to, I don't want to be this way, I want to, this is what I want, and like this is why I want it.
Yeah, some people will shape you like that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of, like, that's another thing, too, over these past years. Like, like, you meet a lot of people and, like, you end up getting close with them or, like, being their best friends or whatever. And they do some crazy shit, bro. Like, some shiesty shit. And you're just like, damn. You're like, okay.
Mhm.
That's usually a motivation, too. Like, yeah, that's also, yeah.
Yeah,
That could definitely be a game changer right there.
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna prove you wrong in a certain
In a
sense.
sense, yeah, actually, it's just like that. You're like, you know what? One day you're gonna see me, and like, you know what I mean?
You missed out.
You missed out, bro. Just you know what I'm saying. And like sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need those shitty ass people in your life
Hmm.
to like make you realize, like, oh, okay, you know what? I need to get back on my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's how it is. That's how. That's also another thing that's like motivated a lot of people and me too. Yeah, I
Hmm.
can feel that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So,
well.
what can you see next with your fighting career?
A lot, bro. I'm about to be putting in more time now that I'm leaving Fresno. I'm about to be putting more time into it, focus more on it, and also, trying to get back more with Islam and stuff like that, and like try to be disciplined as I can, bro. Because, like I said, bro, like that partying shit is cool or whatever, but it's just like, bro, you can't be doing
You're
that
about to
shit,
go monk mode.
bro. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm about to go
Yeah.
probably stop smoking weed
You're
and
gonna be like
everything.
those Dagestanis boys, bro. It's like
Trying, hopefully, shit, that'd be cool. Like, nah,
it's because like
that's
I
why
feel
there's
like
so
that's
much.
why they're the
You,
best in the world. It's because
yeah.
like they eat, train, pray, and sleep, and
Yeah.
that's it. You
But
know.
they're also brothers, bro. Like it's rare. Like it's rare as fuck nowadays to have like somebody like those type of people that like brothers like that close around you, and like that discipline around you, and for you guys all to have the same mindset and keep that goal. Like
Yeah.
not many motherfuckers could have like that type of shit because everybody falls off. Everybody has their own ideas. Everybody has their own opinions.
Or their own
Everybody or their
issues.
own issues, and it's just like they can't just like stick together and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't realize like a group of like three dudes like could do a lot, bro. Like y'all could like, you know what I mean? Y'all for real, like
Yeah.
y'all could do a lot. Like you could like build your own business. You could build your own. That's why when you see like all these Indian people, they have their own cars and shit like that. All these Arab people, they have their own cars, like nice ass cars, their own businesses, and you see them, they're doing it with their brothers. They're doing it with their family members because that's in their country how their mind works. Like I'm saying, they stick
They
together,
do it
they
together.
progress. You know what
They
I'm saying?
live
Mhm.
together until they go branch out,
Exactly.
and they start the process again with their own family.
Exactly. And that's how
Mhm.
Night Pulse is, bro. Like if you see Night Pulse, those guys got a whole ass business. They're all like brothers. They're all family. You know what I mean? And they all work together and they got Night Pulse. You feel what I'm saying? Like they got like they're over here making money off their shit
Mhm.
or whatever. It's cause and they got their own businesses and stuff like that. It's cause they stick together and do shit like that. But that's not you don't really find that no more, bro. It's kinda like it's like yeah, it's kinda rare, bro. Like yeah.
It really is because like even with us, like me, him, and then you met our friend Luis,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
we
Luis is
just,
cool. I like Luis. He was pretty chill.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he we just like we've been friends. Like I've been friends with Luis. He turned into a brother. For me, I've been friends with David. And David became a brother to me, and then we just kind of came together, and then we all have different skill sets as well. So
Yeah.
it's just like we said, between us three, we can build an empire. It just takes
Yeah.
three, you know.
Yeah, what's his name said that? What's his name on Joe Rogan said that? What's
Joe Rogan.
that fat
Oh,
dude on
it's
Joe Rogan?
Joey Diaz.
Joey Diaz, bro.
Joey
That nigga's
Diaz.
funny as fuck. Joey Diaz is hella
Yeah.
funny. But yeah, that's what he said too. He said all it takes is three motherfuckers, bro. Like three dudes, just like
Hmm.
you know what I mean, have the same mindset and just to focus on their goals together, like as you know what I'm saying, and like build your empire, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
I think that's how like Elon Musk and like a whole bunch of like billionaires right now.
Yeah.
They started in a house together, and like Elon started with the like PayPal and like I don't know. I don't know the whole network that it was,
Yeah.
but all of them are like billionaires right now because they
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
started together. They were all networking. What's it called?
They all came up
Masterminding. Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
So that's definitely like a good thing to do. Like just get a group together, fucking
Yeah,
Yeah. Because
yeah.
push
even
each
if
other
you,
and shit.
yeah,
The
exactly,
hardest
bro.
part is like not letting egos get in the way.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro. Exactly. And most of the time, too, where egos come from is doing things yourself. Like you get it, like you will build up a hard ass ego if you by doing things yourself, by building an empire yourself. Like you see Conor McGregor, like that's a perfect example right there. Like he did everything himself. He didn't have like a brothers or anybody like that. He just did all that shit by himself. And now look at him, like you know what I'm saying. This nigga's like
But
has
he's
hella
wild
ego.
now. He's partying,
Yeah,
bro.
and then he's also partying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He has a like, you know what I'm saying. He does his shit or whatever. But like, yeah, but yeah, bro. Like you said, yeah, bro. Like it's just like, yeah, you gotta keep people by your side, bro, and just do that
100%.
shit.
The real
Stay
ones at
focused.
least.
Yeah, yeah, stay focused. Yeah.
Man, so I know you had said you wanted a shout out of a few people, man. Who can you shout out or
I'm gonna shout out Nebby, bro. My boy Nebby, bro. I appreciate you, Nebby. You're a cool ass dude. The Night Pulse dudes, Gary, Jesse, Ray, all those Sean, you know what I'm saying? All those guys. Appreciate you guys for my birthday. Everybody at Halo. You know, Servano, Angel, and my homeboy Joe. He's a police officer. He's the one that got me to Halo. He's got me to train. You know what I mean? He's been like he's a really cool dude, bro. He's a really cool dude. And yeah, those guys for sure. Those guys help me out a lot in like what I do now. You know what I mean? So like it's pretty cool.
yeah, man. And anything else you'd like to say to anybody that supports your fighting,
Yeah,
supports your career?
follow me on Instagram. Gianni Garcia MMA. I be like I'm about to be posting a lot of MMA content soon. I'm about to be like having a lot of fights coming up this year for sure, and a lot of knockouts for sure. I'm about to be knocking a lot of niggas out for sure.
I'm gonna
Nah,
have to look up those fights, bro, but
yeah, definitely look them up. I got you. I'll even send them to you. They're actually on my Instagram. Yeah, so you just
oh, for
they're all
sure.
on my Instagram. But yeah.
Dope, bro.
Oh
Bro,
yeah.
well, thank you so much for coming on, bro. Excited to see what comes next for you, man, and truly wish you the best, man. That's you're dope ass dude. Thank you for
Hell
sitting
yeah, of
down with
course.
us and you got any final words, David?
Like, share, subscribe.
Mother
Definitely like, subscribe, and share this podcast. We'll see you on the next one.